What's up, Growth Track leaders? Hey, hope you guys are doing well. September 20th, I'm outside. It's beautiful, and I'm just kind of taking it in. I'm loving fall. I wanted to get on here to give you some updates. September, we're almost done with this month's Growth Track, Step 3. I love it. We get to connect people to their next steps. At the end of both services this Sunday, we're going to have a ministry fair. We're going to have 7 different booths. And what that is that we've been talking about Daymaker for a long time. And it's part of our churches, but Jason's vision too, that it's not just the volunteers that we're called to make people's days. I think it's God's calling all of us as followers of Jesus to go and love people like Jesus and make people's days. And so he laid the framework foundation last Sunday. And so this Sunday it's okay. What would it look like for God to call you to be a Daymaker? What does being a Daymaker in your life look like? Maybe it actually means something for you even on Sundays in church. And so that's what the Daymaker or the ministry fair and all the booths are going to be about. And what we're going to be doing at the end of that, say somebody wants to move forward in a certain ministry area, we're leading all those people to Growth Track. And so we're anticipating October's Growth Track to be really big. And so that leads me to October and November updates. October and November's Growth Track are going to look different. We're not going to have Growth Track in December. And so at that point, we are going to kind of reassess, and the differences the changes we're going to make on October, November, we're going to see, okay, is this working? Is this great? Is this what we need to do moving forward? We're just going to try it out. Or do we need to backpedal and just kind of do what we've always done? And if there's changes that we need to make, we always want to improve. We always want to grow. So here's where we are. Here's what we're thinking. We are going to pull Growth Track out of services in October and November, meaning that at Central Campus, we are at the 9. Some campuses have it at 9, some have it at 11. We are going to move all Growth Tracks across all of 12 Stone to 1 p.m. For a few different reasons. One, we're trying to learn a lot from the Church of the Highlands. It's a church that we kind of partner with and track with. They're out of Alabama. We've done different Growth Tracks in the past. Some of you guys have been a part of like Discovers and all that stuff way before me, and those were good. And so right now, I think everyone agrees that Growth Track is kind of the best one of those that we've done before. And Church of the Highlands, we got the name Growth Track from them, and so they have done this thing now for over a year, and we've kind of been watching them. And we've actually gone over to their church and shadowed and seen how they've done their Growth Tracks, and they love it. And the thing that they've noticed is that having it out of the services, it frees up not only the staff but other ministry volunteers and leaders to be present. And what that creates is a Growth Track buy-in. And what we love about Church of the Highlands is that Growth Track isn't just this class that we do on Sunday mornings. It's one of the pillars of the church. And so what you guys have been investing in, what we've been carrying is Growth Track. 12 Stone sees it as well. And like I've mentioned in the past couple of months, there's going to be changes, but it's not like hey, let's cut Growth Track because we don't believe in it. It's actually, we believe in it more than we ever have. We thought it was always great, but now we're convinced more than ever that Growth Track is like going to be one of like the 4 or 5 pillars of 12 Stones, who we are as we are called as a church. Like, Jason was even talking in our all staff meeting that healthy churches are places where the lost get saved, the saved get pastored, the pastored get discipled or trained, and then the discipled get mobilized. And so we believe that in that pastor gets trained or discipled, that Growth Track is a big piece and pillar of it. And so it's not just something for me to carry, for you to carry, but it's for our whole staff and our whole church to get around. And so it's at 1 p.m. and there will be lunch. I know that changes things because some of you guys are used to the 9, and that might work better for your schedule. I would love it if you guys could still be a part of it. And so if that just doesn't work for you, or if there's questions you have about that, let's talk. And so I wanted to get on here first. We still have a couple weeks. And so that's why I wanted you to hear it, not just in a text or an email, but I want to get on a video so that we can, you can hear it from me, hear the vision from me. But this is we're shifting the time, and our staff is going to be present. And I think that's going to help in some ways as well, because it's going to create the buy-in from our staff, that it's not just like Nicole wouldn't just ask me, hey, how's Growth Track going? Are there any kid volunteers coming out? It's like, actually, you're meeting the people, and it's not just you're meeting them for your ministry. It's you're meeting them because you are doing what Growth Track's meant to do. What your role is, you're meant to facilitate, pastor, and love people. Your role isn't, hey, let me get you connected to kids ministry. It's, I want you to meet Jesus, and I want him to highlight in you how he's made you, and then let me help you, lead you to your next step. Now, Nicole's and Dave's and all of our staff, they're going to be coming around you, and they're going to be doing the exact same thing. And so they're going to have a Growth Track heart, not just let's recruit for your ministry heart, but a Growth Track heart as well, which is what you guys have, which is why I would still want you guys to be big pillars and leaders of that. And actually, that's how we want this to roll out. We want you guys to help. Your roles are going to look the exact same, that you'd be to help hosting and leading table discussion and pastoring people through the experience for a few weeks, and the staff would be there to kind of you guys set the tone, because they know about Growth Track. They haven't been in it, and you guys have been leading it and carrying it. So I still would love for you guys to help me, and we carry it, and the staff would help resource and supplement. And here's what's really cool about this is that they're going to be bought in, they're going to believe in it, they're going to help us even elevate the experience with like the lunch, and we're going to play games and have fun and a chance to even breathe, and a chance for us to even have more, not just, hey, let's get in and let's do discussion, let's do the videos, but actually time for like relationship to form as well, because you could just do it online, but the beauty of it being in person is that there's relationship. And so we actually want to create space so actually relationship can happen. But here's what's really cool. In step 3, we just want to help make it as personal as we can, because right now we're personal because we coach them. Hey, this is your next step. Why don't you, I'm going to go ahead and fill this out, get to this form. Hopefully this form gets to here and here and here, and ultimately maybe it can get to the ministry leader. And it usually does. We have a good system, but there's holes in it and things happen. And if there's weeks that go by and you lose the fire of getting connected, that's not good. And so now it's, hey, I want to get involved in kids ministry. Here, that's great. You know who I want you to talk to? The kid pastor, who's right over there. And so let's go ahead and start the onboarding process then. So those are some changes that we're super excited about, and we just really we just want to try it. And like I said, we're going to get through October, November. And if this is a flop, then we know that what we're doing right now really, really works. But if there's a way that we can do it better, make it more personal, love people better, and pastor them to the next step, then we want to be all in. So we'd love for you to be a part of it. Wanted you to hear it from me. I'd love to hear your feedback. Positive and negative. Things that you're praying for. Any way I can serve you when it has, if it has to do with Growth Track, or just in general, ways that I can be on your team and support you and love you guys well. And so, yeah, we'd love for you to be a part of it. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know if this is something that you're like, yep. Even if you're like, I don't know about it, if you still want to be in, and if you're still like bought into Growth Track and 1 p.m. can work, I would love for you to be a part of it. Let me know. See ya.